sports. It's in the game.
Now, from the second city of Chicago, head down Lakeshore Drive and you find venerable Soldier Field, home of the Bears. Here's Carlos Santos ready to get this one started. Off we go from Soldier Field. And this is going to end up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball up to the 40-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. A play fake. Now Williams. He's going to test this secondary right away. And he will score. Oh, man, what a start to this one, Greg. Right out of the gate, first play of the game. A big ball downfield for the touchdown.
I don't even think the fans have settled into their seats, Mike. I mean, you talk about a fast start. There was no settling into this one. This play caller wanted to attack early, and boy, did he ever.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. On the return, it's Tyler Scott. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's carry number 1 for Roshan Johnson. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. First run of the game here for DeAndre Swift. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss, and it's 2nd down.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Throwing is Williams. That one complete to Moore. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Every staff in the league that understands that we have to play a rookie quarterback, regardless of their talent, regardless of how high they were drafted. The ideal situation is to fill that huddle with as many veteran players as possible. The quarterback's going to be young. He's going to make some mistakes. The more veteran, talented guys around him, the easier it is to weather those mistakes.
On the option, it's Swift. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
On second down, it's Williams. He finds the veteran Keenan Allen. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Williams to throw on second down. Toward the middle, that's caught by Moore. A pickup of 10, and it's going to set up first and goal. It'll be first and goal when we come back. It's the Bears off to the early lead. We're back to Soldier Field after this. This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's first and goal. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up second and goal. Here now, second down and goal. Allen in motion. Oh, man, left wide open. Good play design there.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
That's going to be caught in the end zone. And they take the lead by 1.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Scott now on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Set to go now on first and 10. They'll run it for the first time with DeAndre Swift. He's going to have a Bears first down as he gets this up to the 40-yard line. Another run here, another run by Swift. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. On second down, it's a run with Swift. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A run here with Swift. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. Now Williams. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Rome Odunze, the one he was looking for. And it's going to bring up a third down. On third down, it's Williams from the gun. And that is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on fourth down. they'll indeed go. It's Williams. 2 minutes to play in a tight one-point game in this first half. We'll come back to Soldier Field following this. So the drive begins with a give to Johnson. He's going nowhere, losing yardage on that play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Here's a screen taken in by Swift. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play.
They may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
Moore going in motion. That's taken in. Down to the 10. And he will go all the way. A terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg, to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play, run after catch.
Their head coach, 2 fingers in the air. They'll say no to the extra point and go for 2. That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
Scott now on the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. 1st and 10. A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. That is left side and taken in by Allen. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Williams. That one into the hands of Moore downfield. That's a second charge timeout to Chicago. Clock will stop with 33 seconds to go until halftime.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
Throwing again, Williams. That is caught by the tight end. What a big play, a little unscripted there. Greg, that is what tight ends do so well. Hey, you lived it. What are you thinking when the quarterback's on the move out of the pocket?
Scramble drill is the most difficult play to defend down here in the red zone, Mike. It stresses the coverage so much. When you snap your head around of your designed route and you see your quarterback has gotten moved off his spot, now it's just scramble rules. Stay in phase. Work friendly in the same direction as the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll go again with Swift. There goes Swift. First down and more. Down the sideline to the 20. And he's going to take this all the way home.
That is just a complete disaster. I mean, we're in the final seconds of the first half, Mike, and you give up a huge explosive play that results in a touchdown. No matter what you've done all half, it completely changes the game.
And now, after the big play, got to cut that celebration short because they're going to stay out and go for 2. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Jalen Johnson.
I'm always curious how a defense is going to respond. So you give up a touchdown, you give up 6, and now the offense is trying to extend it to 8. How are you going to buckle down? How are you going to hang in there? In this case, let's give them a little credit. Keep those 2 off the board, and they can come to the sideline and regroup.
That one's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with Williams. Gonna look deep, looking for more. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. Off play action. Here's Williams. He's going to try it here again. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Johnson. He'll get this ahead for about 3. It was Kevin Byard that time to make the play. They face 2nd down and 7. Now Swift. And a pickup of 3 or maybe 4. That's Tyreek Stevenson there to make the tackle. Third down, 3 to go. They'll try to run for it. It's Swift. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that 4th down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time 4th down stop.
That's deep for the back of the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. So they take the shot downfield, and it is caught in the end zone for a touchdown. What a big play that is, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike. And the key to a play like this is when the ball travels this far in the air, they teach you, don't look back, look up, because that's where the ball will be. And in this case, he was able to secure it and come away with a big touchdown.
And even though it's just the 3rd quarter, we'll try to draw even right here and go for 2. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. And he will not get in. They will come up empty on this try for 2, unable to tie this football game up. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Scott now on the return. Wow, they are hitting now. It's been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on that return. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Give it right up the middle. Here's Johnson. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Williams. He'll try to set up the screen here to Swift. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
He's got the hook up there to Odunze. Now he's loose down the right sideline. What a connection. He's down inside the 5-yard line.
This is one of those plays, Mike, where just everything aligns. It's the right play call, the right target, an accurate ball, and then a lot of room to run after the catch. So if they can continue to find these matchups and these holes in the secondary with this quarterback and this playmaker group, man, this is a tough offense to slow down.
And this one's blown up. It's back at the 5-yard line now.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. That's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
Back to the 5-yard line now. 2nd down and goal. On the give, here's Swift. He'll get a couple, mark him down at the 3. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. No place to run there. Good job by the D to stop him at the 2.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells you, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
Moore going in motion. That one taken in. Greg, that's the way to handle it. Up one, go down the field, get the touchdown, and extend the lead to 7.
Mike, the key for this offense is they were at their best when their best was needed. Being able to extend this lead late in the fourth quarter, they've got to be feeling pretty good about where things stand to close this game out.
Here we go.
Allen in motion. This is caught. He's got it. And they tack 2 more onto their lead.
There was no hesitation from this offense. Immediately after they scored that touchdown, the entire sideline was holding up 2 fingers. They knew exactly what play they wanted. They felt great about it coming into the game, and clearly the right choice.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Scott now on the return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Let's go.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
The whole idea of the play action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
15-yard pickup there. 1st down, Chicago. Here's Williams now to throw. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's Williams. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
Rough sequence over these last couple plays. 1st down sack, 2nd down big play attempt falls incomplete. And now to make matters worse, you got to operate in 3rd and long on a defense that knows they can just pin their ears back and try to get after the quarterback.
He'll send this one deep for Odunze. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He's got his man. Allen with the connection. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
So time becoming a factor, down 2 scores. They do have 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning to work with, though. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. The big tight end, Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 2nd down. He'll try to throw again. Here's Williams. He'll get this underneath to Swift.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
3rd and short yardage, and here's Williams. And that is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Here is first and goal.
Cut 19. Here we go.
They'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
Let's go.
To throw it again, it's Williams. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in.
Well, that was step one. The offense did their job, get this thing back within one possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. The return starts at the 13. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Let's go now.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And no place to go, no place to hide. He's taken down behind the line. That's a second charge timeout to Chicago. And they'll get together prior to this second down play. Throwing is Williams. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to DJ Moore. And it's going to be third down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Third and long. Here's Williams. He's got his man right side. It's complete. Now inside the 25. And he will take this one in. 76 yards. Touchdown, Chicago.
And that should all but put this one away, Mike. And